This week, we're saying goodbye to 2019 and looking back at this season's best moments so far. Scott OG is back. We will have your insider guide to 2K20's My Team and My Career, plus your top plays.
Happy New Year!
Or technically, it could still be 2019 if you're watching this before Wednesday, but if not, guess what? It's 2020 and we have so many new things to look forward to this year.
Yeah, and a part of this year's New Year's special, we are taking a look back at 2019 and we are celebrating this 2K20 season.
It's hard to believe that we're 17 weeks in and we've already had so many great moments that we've shared with you.
So let's take a look at that.
You recorded virtual LeBron throwing an alley-oop pass to virtual Anthony Davis, and you got so excited that you actually texted that to LeBron. So what was his response?
Yeah, he was excited to be able to do that for the first time, on 2K. It was fun.
What movements are a part of your game that need to be in 2K20?
Well, first, the baby hair has to be in 2K.
Yeah, the physical attributes are really important.
Yes, and then also just like my pattern, I think the hop that I do, I always set up my move with a hop.
Getting tough in the paint with my bows and my nose. I do bows and nose. Thomas Middleditch, who plays Bailey, is hilarious.
Oh, right, sorry, man,
What, I'm expecting someone who shaves?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
This cover is epic. I mean, it's so colorful. It has the Miami vibes.
Yeah.
It's got your son's hair on it.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think? Do you think this is the best cover of all time?
Of course, why wouldn't I?
Yeah.
No, I think it's great. The thing that was cool for me is that my son was able to be in the commercial. I just threw it away though, like, yeah, you gotta go do something with 2Ks.
Yeah, no big deal, but this is gonna be like the biggest moment.
Anthony Davis and Zion Williams. You're gonna be on there with those guys.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris Burke, the announcer. It was Doris Burke from 2K. I love 2K.
Well, so now he has his takeover, which is not good news for Red City Boy.
It's not. I'm in trouble. I gotta get a steal.
No! And there it is. AD, 5-3. I like it though. That's your first time on the sticks though.
From past or present NBA players, who you got?
I got Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, myself, and Pistol Pete Maravich.
How many games you guys
Actually, I'm gonna trade Pistol Pete for Steph Curry, because he's my favorite player right now.
One more final hey guys for our fans out there.
Of course. Hey guys. Whoa, my whole camera almost fell over doing that. That's how excited I got.
What's this whole experience been like for you being the #1 pick? Because the fans are going crazy.
I mean, it's been a dream come true. Now I'm just kind of like enjoying the process.
I've been dreaming about this, playing the NBA, and then I got drafted, first round, and it's big time.
Is there any pass that you're looking forward to getting into the game?
I would say like the between the leg, like dropping it off behind you pass. I mean, I'm a flashy guy.
My guy better be snagging rebounds, pushing the ball, dunking up the middle of the lane. If 2K can have that intensity of how I play on there, I'll be like, yeah, that's my guy.
Of course, we had to dress up a little bit early.
What are you?
I am a referee here to officiate the 2K community.
You grew up in a very athletic family. What was the competition like?
Heated.
Yeah?
No one comes home unless they're crying in the car. So
that's
how it was.
So what were you crying over when you were playing against your family?
Because my dad would never give me calls against my sister, but she was like 5 years older. Nah, AD's too good on here. You guys set me up. I feel like you did.
What do you guys have to say to each other about the little rep race going on between you two?
Just like Chalk said, he probably didn't even expect to be #1. I wouldn't even call it a rep race, to be honest.
How about you, Chalk?
As tough as this grind is, I can respect somebody who's doing it the right way because there's a lot of people out there who aren't.
When we play inside in the rec, it's more like, for me, it's more like game. Like I'm coaching them on my headset. Like, yo, Ryan, space the floor. Make sure you set a screen.
You wake up brushing your teeth like.
You gotta get the jaw movement, and there you go. There you go. Throw it up and catch it. Okay.
Seeing the little legend symbol underneath the helicopter, see my player fly through, there was no better feeling than that.
Yo! First legend on NBA 2K20, baby.
These dance moves for him are terrible.
Why do you have to say that? I'm all happy and, you have to put me down.
This is the first time I've ever done this. This is like very new for me.
Action. All right, I think we're done for today. 50 free throws each and you're done.
I don't have a watch, but I know it's 2K TV challenge time.
Ooh, my favorite kind of time. Let's take a look at all the glorious winners, and there's nobody.
This is where it all started for me. Honestly, it's just giving back, to my roots. Giving back to the people that I want to be a part of, the community I want to touch, and people to be able to see me and just having that direct streamline back to this community, it means everything.
I saw you down there playing 2K20 with Ronnie. Tell me, who is better, you or Ronnie?
I was, but the drink fell on my foot, so Ronnie went to go lay it up, and he ended up beating me by like 4 points. So.
Oh, I like the excuses.
It's crazy.
4-5.
Come on.
Katie down the lane.
Yo.
Hook shot.
Oh my
he took it out of there.
Oh my God. This isn't cool.
If you saw anything that you missed, remember you can always go to the main menu, head to 2K TV, and watch all of our past episodes.
That's right, there's more gold in there, and guess what? All those 2K TV interactives are still available on every episode.
Check it out.
Oh, we are back! I'm the 2K MC, and the Winter Madness is continuing in the neighborhood. We only have a few days left, but remember, we're looking for who can reach the top tier of 2K Compete events and crowning 5 MVPs at the end. 1 MVP per platform and 250,000 VC is at stake. So jump in this weekend and win. But that's not the only stakes this week. Tuesday is the 8th Ruffles Ridge Tournament of Champions. And once the 4-pointers stop in the neighborhood, the overall winner will be chosen and on their way to NBA All-Star Weekend in Chicago. So keep your eye on the billboards, get your swag on, and compete. I'll be back later with your top assists of the month.
We're back, winning tips. Now it's time to go over the most common play. And it's the most common play in our game, and that's the high pick and roll. There are 5 ways and 5 different settings that you can use in NBA 2K20 to defend the pick and roll. First, let's get started with the hard hedge. The hard hedge is an aggressive pick and roll defense. It's designed to make the ball handler go back where he came from. He will stay there for approximately 2 to 3 dribbles before returning back to his assignment. The next one is a soft hedge. Very similar to the hard hedge, only that he's only gonna stay for a dribble before returning back to his assignment. Now it's time to talk about the catch edge. The catch edge is the most common pick and roll coverage played by centers in the NBA. The responsibility of the catch edge defender is 2 things. 1, he cannot allow a straight line drive from the ball handler to the rim. And second, he cannot allow the roller to get behind him. He's basically zoning one spot in between the 2 offensive players. Keep in mind that when you play this coverage, you are giving up the 15-foot jump shot. That is what this pick and roll coverage is designed to do. Probably the most common pick and roll coverage across the league is switching. This one is straightforward. You are switching assignments with the screener, and you want to be able to handle this at the primary level. Now, when the ball is on the wings, the most common pick and roll defense you'll see is called ice. The ice defense is to isolate the ball on one side of the floor. The on-ball defender will jump to the middle of the floor, get on the hip of the ball handler, and push it to the baseline side. And he's pushing it to the big who is dropping off, playing very similar to catch-hedge principles. All right, so now we gotta go over off-ball screens. And in NBA 2K20, there are 3 different ways to play these off-ball screens. First, let's go over. This off-ball screen coverage is used to get on the hip of the offensive player and trail them over the top of the screen. This coverage is mostly used on shooters. You want to use this against guys like Dame Lillard, Steph Curry, Kyrie Irving. You want to use this against guys of that shooting caliber. Now there's under. We're gonna get under the screen towards the basketball. We want to use this pick and roll coverage against guys who don't shoot it very well and prefer to attack the rim off of the catch. And the most common off-ball screen coverage is the switch. If you want to eliminate confusion or easy shots coming off of these screens, you can switch them. Let's not forget, when you talk about the high screen and roll game, the purpose of this is to try to get either the ball handler or the screener open. But depending on these defenses, you're gonna give up something. Using these defensive pick and roll schemes, you can limit their options. Hey, we're not trying to tell you which button here to press shoot. We're trying to translate your game into victories. Now that you've watched these 2 parts, you're already a better player. Now I encourage you to go finish your My Career story, because next week we're going into the neighborhood. And you know the rules, winners win, and I'm out.
Every year, My Career brings you a fresh story that takes you on a journey.
That's right, and this year's story has you rubbing some shoulders with some pretty big names.
Rubbing shoulders with LeBron, Idris Elba, Rosario Dawson. I mean, we could go on, but you have to see it for yourself.
But there is so much more to My Career mode, and this year is more robust than ever before.
Like My Player Nation, right?
That's right, and we've compiled all there is to do in this mode, so check out this guide. My Career is your chance to live the life of an NBA superstar. Before you start, you can load up the My NBA 2K20 app and scan your face into the game. Then, use the brand new My Player Builder to create your skill set and physical abilities. When you're done, you can test the build at any overall rating you'd like, with teams that you choose. Find your perfect fit and dive into When the Lights Are Brightest.
Jay?
The new My Career story created in partnership with Maverick Carter and LeBron James's Spring Hill Entertainment.
It's Jim Porter and me. Answer the question, Coach. Hey, watch your tone, okay?
This star-studded cast will guide your journey to be drafted into the NBA. But making the roster is only the beginning. You have full control of your career. Team practices and working out at the Gatorade training facility will improve your skills, and endorsement opportunities can expand your My Players brand. Hit the neighborhood for online games in the playground, trampoline basketball in the cages, 5-on-5 in the rec, or create an organized team with stat tracking in Pro-Am, which has a new 3v3 court sitting out back. The neighborhood often transforms with 2K Compete events, giving you new ways to experience My Career. Then there's My Player Nation. Join your team's current roster to play real-life matchups all season long. Go for the win because players for the opposition are trying to take your team down. Each result will be added up, and the team with the highest win percentage will earn that W. Then, at the end of the NBA regular season, we will have our own alternate reality playoffs. Can you rep your team to the My Player Nation Championship?
My Team is all about customization as you create your best fantasy lineup. Use current NBA players or stars from the past, use your favorite jerseys, play on your favorite court, or upload custom images and be the team you want to be. New to My Team this year, Evolution Cards. In your starter pack, you will receive an Evolution card of the player you choose. You can then evolve these cards to a higher gem color just by playing games. Many Evolution cards have already been released this year, and you can earn even more by playing Domination, where you take on 99 teams with some top-tier prizes, if you can beat them all. Challenges return with the addition of new Spotlight challenges. These sets have their own special collections based around the careers of spectacular players. Compete in Isaiah Thomas's first game, recreate Iguodala's triple-double, and experience the final game of Dwayne Wade's illustrious career. Triple Threat is also back with 3-on-3 games and new rewards, including a Galaxy Opal Dominique Wilkins. That is simply too much to handle. Play Triple Threat online and take on the world for prizes with each win. This year, the My Team Unlimited stage is being set up as the premier place for competitive NBA 2K. Take your lineup online and go 12-0 for exclusive player cards. Finally, we're holding a $250,000 tournament in My Team Unlimited. Get 10 wins before January 18th to get into the final game day qualifier. Place in the top 4 and cement your spot in the 32-player tournament. It all goes down in Chicago at NBA All-Star Weekend, where one My Team player will earn $250,000. Last year, it was Skip to My Lou. This year, it could be you.
This is the 2KMC, and you're in luck because it's time for your State Farm Top Assists of the Month. You submitted your assists, and now it's time to choose the best. Up first, we're with A1 in the rec. With 4 seconds left in the quarter, chucks the full court pass for the green tray. They caught the defender celebrating and made him look foolish. Sweet pass down. Now let's hit the playground with Arkansas 538. Threading the needle, tossing the no-looker to the cutter for the fancy layup. Squeezing that thing in between 3 defenders. Ain't nobody safe. Up next, we've got Larry Legend 2K. Teammate gets the snatch, runs the floor, and whips the behind-the-back assist for the one-hand jam. Getting flashy on both ends of the floor. Last up is Blackstro 34, playing some Formula 2K. Getting the strip and the elbow dime from half court. And then his teammate actually makes it. Are his elbows made of steel? That pass had some serious velocity. Now vote for your favorite State Farm top assist of the month. And if you want your highlights to be featured in an episode, then submit them to social media using the hashtag 2KTVWow. This is the 2KMC, and I'll be back next week with your top trampoline plays.
New Year's is all about resolutions.
Speaking of resolutions, what's your resolution?
My resolution is to text people back faster because I usually leave people on red for a really long time. Honestly, sometimes even years. So I'm trying to get better at that.
That's crazy. My New Year's resolution is for you to actually text me back.
I text you back just 3 days later.
3 days later, you know memes live and die by that time.
Because we text each other memes, or you text me memes and then I respond to a little bit later. But that's what I'm gonna try to get better at.
I like it.
Yeah, and if you guys are trying to get better at 2K, you're gonna wanna check back next week.
That's right, we have a big episode full of tips to help take your 2K game to the next level.
So from all of us here at 2K TV,
Happy New Year.